Is this Michael? Yes. Dr. Sim, Michael, thank you so much for everything you've done for us as a nation, everything you've done for us as young men. From the days of Archie. Yeah. Rock. Yeah. Thank you so much. Someone on the president. Is the sound fine? It's very loud. Is the sound fine? Can you? Okay. In the interest of time, I'm going to try and work on the stopwatch here to make sure that I don't go beyond my 15 minutes of fame. I think most of you might know me. I'm Penuel the Black Pen on social media. I'd like to first and foremost thank each and every one of you who supports the work that I do, the work that all of us online are doing. Mainstream media at some point became a gatekeeper, and especially for black people in this country historically, we never had a voice. And we never had a voice that allowed us to be ourselves. Even today on the internet, a lot of our content is insensitive. You'll hear about people like Adam Tate, Jordan Peterson, David Robbins, Joe Rogan, who try to speak about men's issues and how men are under attack. We are trying to speak about these things, and it's important that all of us, wherever we may be, speak about these things, and I appreciate you for being here. I'm very sad that you guys got rid of the women, because my segments, I think, probably needed some figure ears. I don't know if it's going to be recorded, and if it's going to be recorded, I hope that some of the stuff ends up being heard by somehow. I'm going to keep it brief, like I said. Most of my stuff is on social media, so at least I don't have stress for having limited time. I can go there for 2 hours, 3 hours. I'm here to speak about fatherhood, fathers and boys, and community. I'm a father of 6 children. For people that don't know, Nate is 4, a father, and I've got 2 daughters. I get dragged on social media every now and then and accused of 15 children, 20 children in running Azaz and business going out there who are claiming. I also happen to be a father from 4 mothers. That becomes a topic on its own. I don't know how many of us here have got children, number 1. How many fathers in the audience? You know, I believe in that zero. Number 2, please don't keep your hand up if you have children from more than one mother. Nothing to be ashamed of. I think we were born to sow our seeds, even though it's frowned upon today. Thank you, President. So this is one of the important conversations we need to have about, especially as a Young, because the single state was disrupted by colonialism. We no longer live according to the principles of the scene of being African. And what that's done is it's forced us into relationships that are not structured. Part of it is our fault. And one of the biggest differences between a boy and a man is that a man takes accountability for his decisions. So you have to take ownership that I've impregnated a woman, I've impregnated more than one woman. Now the question becomes, how do I deal with this moving forward? And these are the conversations we're trying to have. Not comfortable, very difficult. Some of us don't have access to our kids because it's Kokan Club, we didn't pay damages. We don't have money, we're unemployed. The girl's family is threatening us, swearing at us. If we said, never marry my daughter, it's a fool. We need to have these conversations because we are going to become fathers to daughters tomorrow. Some of us are fathers to daughters today. The question is, what is your relationship with the father of your daughter's children? What is the relationship with the boys in your family, your nephews, and their children and the mothers? Or are you busy keeping those men unemployed, struggling away from their children in the name of what you call culture? That is not our culture. Our culture is about coming together as a family and building together. So that's a conversation we need to have. I'm just highlighting it today. The other important thing is discussing maintenance. I don't know how many of us here are unemployed. Please don't be ashamed. Unemployed. Struggling financially. You might be employed, but you're functionally unemployed because your bank balance is always negative. This man, you know, you're man.
All the men.
So one of the things we need to fight is the decolonization of our legal system. Our legal system is not African. And because it is not African, it does not take into account the way that we maintain our children. Money is only one part of the maintenance. And I think it's one of the things that even women have lost over time. Do not run away from your children just because you do not have money. Because I can tell you now, some of your favorite memories of Itamala, if you had the privilege of having Itamala, had nothing to do with money. Nidlala disk, teaching how to ride a bike, I got any stories of Maake, which is my superstar back in the day. That didn't need money. Teaching you to become a man, to stand up, teaching you how to fight, teaching you to joy. Teaching you your identity to power, umlotho umzitho, kufanele azwelakhe, usongela. That does not require money. And most of the young boys today that are depressed, that are killing themselves and taking their own lives, is because they struggle with identity issues. And because they struggle with identity issues, they end up becoming hyper-emotional, angry men, in a world that does not celebrate men anymore. And where women say things like, we don't need men anymore. I can tell you now, when that woman gets slapped, when that woman has been mugged, when something is broken, when she needs an Uber to fetch her late at night, guess who she's calling? A man. These women who complain about GBV, when they call the police, they are hoping that a man shows up. When they're struggling and they go to the neighbors, they're hoping that there's a man. So do not let some of these so-called feminists, who are not really feminists, they're destroyers of society and the family. Do not let them lie to you. We need men, they need men, and I hope that they recognize it. 6 minutes, I'm very good. So outside of maintaining with money is maintaining in other ways. And part of those ways is teaching your child how to look good, how to know who they are in terms of identity. Things like maybe helping your child to start a vegetable farm, to plant trees. There are second-hand shops. You must never be so proud when you're unemployed and you don't have money. There are second-hand shops. I grew up wearing second-hand clothes in Sello. There are second-hand shops, there are charity shops, Salvation Army, where they offer clothing. That's very important. Please get close to your child. Please get close to your child. You do not have to do anything special but spend time with them. While you're with Disney, if you're going to watch sports, if you're going to visit Chicago, let your kids, especially your boys, sit there and just watch you and study. They will learn so much just in studying, so that later on in their lives, when they try to fix their lives or build their lives, they will have a framework of who my father is. My father used to beat my